It is Act 1. The first scene is set with me and Death splitting a croissant, talking about the early albums of Tom Waits. What a bone shaker. And about David Lynch. That ear, the Barbie commercial, the cracked and bloody mirror. He's slapping the table, spilling our coffee, a crumb of pastry clinging to his lip. We are of an accord, Death and I. We've got chemistry. Scene 2, we're in the dentist's waiting room of the afterlife, and me with an aching mouthful of rot. Death is filling his pockets with the sugar-free lollipops and free toothbrushes. My mouth is open, ready to swallow the light. Pages sticking together. I can't move anything but my tongue and eyelids. These are all gonna have to come out. I swallow the light and count backwards from 10. When I wake, I have a mouthful of someone else's bone, shiny new, and Death gives me the thumbs up. We spend our days like anyone else, buying groceries, paying bills, mopping the floors. Death has a thing for organization, everything in its right place. A bit of a perfectionist, that one. He's adjusting my sleep schedule. He's keeping a food journal and clucking his tongue. In the second act, scene 1, I'm getting married. We both know it's wrong, but say nothing. He stands next to the judge, solemn as a hound. His robes are freshly laundered. He only looks up when the judge says, "Till death do us part," and raises an eyebrow at me. Same act, another scene. I'm driving too fast on I-10 without noticing. He just turns up the radio and sings louder. Some nights, he keeps me up with questions about reality TV shows he knows I don't watch, or games of Connect 4. He really wants to get me into Risk, says he's a natural. I pull out the game of life just to make a point, but he waves me off. I'm in the hospital somewhere in Act 3, morphine running through me like soft electricity. I ask Death to hand me my phone so I can text my ex. He obliges and doesn't try to stop me. He knows it's not my time and doesn't care what I do with my heart. I tell him I love him. He says it's just the drugs talking. I want him closer, but he wants to look for a coffee machine, knowing it'll be a long night. Says he doesn't get paid enough for this. On good days, I make us pots of tea and we sit outside under the gazebo, talking about the future. He always pretends it's a mystery, and I appreciate the facade. I can move to the West Coast if I want to, or maybe even to Europe now. There's nothing stopping me. Or Cleveland. You could always go to Cleveland, he offers. I suppose I could. By the time we come to Act 4, I ask him if we are lovers or only friends. No one has stuck by me this long. He looks up from his daily crossword and says, "Do you really want me to answer that?" I think he stays because I'm not one thing or another like him, because I keep him close and I'm not afraid. At night, he hogs the blankets and whispers, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay." I tell him scripture has no place in our bed, but he just pretends to snore like a toddler. At this point, act and scene number have gone out the window. I've lost my place in the story. I get drunk on whiskey, which I don't even like, and flirt with him shamelessly, but he still plays hard to get. I tell him I'm a monster for loving him like I do, and he looks hurt. What does that say about me? I try to kiss him on the mouth, but he gives me the cheek. I love you too, but we're not there yet.